Renovating our 1970s home, Part 12. Over the last 2 weeks, we spent most of our time mudding and taping the drywall. Once again, this process took a lot longer than expected, and that is rightfully so, because drywall, typically you want to take your time doing it. You really want to start with your first layer, come back the next day, sand, and then start with your next layer and kind of do it all over again. Josue started by filling all of the nail holes on the drywall, and then he started with a really thin layer of mud on the wall before he started taping, which is really the best way to make sure that you don't get bubbles in your drywall tape. If you try to put too much mud and get carried away, you're going to end up with bubbles in your drywall and you're going to have to cut it out and redo it all together. The corners are probably one of the hardest parts to do, so make sure to take your time when taping and mudding your corners. Here's another clip of sanding down the drywall after the second layer of mudding, and make sure that you're prepared for all of the dust that comes with this. Here's Josue putting the last layer of mud on the drywall. As you can see, you start small and then just kind of widen the mud as you go, and that's kind of the goal, to make sure that everything's flat. It's been a long couple of weeks, and between both of our full-time jobs, we try to spend as much time in the evenings as we can working on the house, but there's only so much time in a week, and we've definitely given ourselves a lot of grace for when we don't get as far as we've wanted to. Once we were finally finished mudding and sanding, we were able to go ahead with a good primer and prime all the drywall. Things are finally coming together, and we're going to be putting together our kitchen cabinets this week, so stay tuned for more.